And you mentioned it. You win the Super Bowl in Green Bay, and then your next stop is Philadelphia.
Right.
We won't spend time in Philadelphia.
I tell you what, the Philadelphia experience was great, though.
No.
I mean, just real quick.
Yeah.
I was very fortunate. Like, I went with Ray Rhodes. Was kind of working in college scouting. We lost our personnel guy. Got let go. Dick Daniels got let go. Jeff Lurie, the owner, tells myself and Mike Lombardi, "You're running the draft." So here I am. I'm like a young guy, and I'm like, well, there were 8 scouts that worked in the department. 4 of them quit because they didn't want to work with me. They didn't want to work for me. Right. And the guys, actually 2 guys, older guys stayed, and then Mark Ross, who went on to be, sometimes if you watch the NFL Network, Mark Ross is on. He was with the Giants and all that. Mark was fresh out of Princeton. So I had 3 scouts stay with myself, and we put the board together. That draft, we hit 4 of the 8 picks we made the Pro Bowl, out of that particular draft. And another bonus I got out of there is I got Andy Reid hired there. But unfortunately, though, when May came around, we run the draft, get everything kind of going the direction we think we're going to go. Management makes a decision that they want to change. They want a different general manager. So I never got to see Trey Thomas. We traded for Hugh Douglas, Jeremiah Trotter, which is so crazy to see his son.
His son now, right?
I've all these kids now, all these dads. Joe Alt, the tackle from Notre Dame. I scouted his dad, John. I mean, there's all these kids now are playing, and their dads were really good players too. But that was the sad thing. That was the disappointing thing to me, that we pulled together a great draft. I got him a head coach there because Andy and I were best friends, still are to this day. And I knew Andy was going to be ready to go. I knew, and Jeff Lurie, and they didn't know anything about Andy Reid. Right. I'm in there convincing them, like, okay, bring him in, do this, and we get let go. Well, when they hired Andy Reid from the talks that we had. Professionally, that was the lowest point for me, because I felt like we did everything the right way. But sometimes you don't always,
No, and that happens a lot of sports.
Don't get to see it through.
That happens a lot of sports, right? You could do everything the right way. You could be everything they ask you to be, and you can sit across from an owner or a coach, and they'll go, "Man, if I had 53 guys like you, and I'm like, well, you got one.
You got one.
And they're like, see you.
And you understand it's a very, very difficult business to be in, and then me coming to Dallas, growing up in Dallas, season ticket holder for 20 years. My dad gave up the tickets when I started with the Packers. For 20 years, I went to Cowboy games. And so I grew up a Cowboys fan. And to go 5-11, 3 straight years, and knowing that there's a better way to do this, and we're not doing it, that right there was another blow. That my friends my friends that I grew up with, they're Cowboy fans, are like, "What the hell are you doing over there, bro? Really, what are you doing?" And I'm trying to tell them, like, I'm not washing my hands of it. I'm just saying there are things we cannot overcome here right now. We're just not, being able to overcome it.